Hi, junior high. How you doing? I hope you guys had a great Easter with your families and you're ready to jump into another week of e-learning. So, what we're going to do this week for week number 4, we're going to take a trip into the 90s. And in order to do that, I thought I might show you a little bit from my childhood. And so you guys could see what I was like in grade school and just what the world was like in general. So, hang on just a moment. All right, so in order for your sketchbook assignment to be somewhat about the 90s, I thought I would show you what I was like in grade school. So I pulled my old class pictures so you guys could see. Here's me in 6th grade. I have had glasses since 2nd grade because my vision's terrible, but whose isn't? So glasses that were way too big for my face. Those were kind of a thing in the 90s, and weirdly enough, they've come back in style. Who knows? But you can kind of see the other styles here. But 97, 98. Okay, so that was 6th grade. Here is 7th grade, and they finally put in alphabetical order. Here I am right here. I wasn't too thrilled to get a picture that day, apparently. But went to smaller glasses that did not overlap my cheeks when I smiled. That was something else too. So that was funny. But yeah, you just get a sense of the style in general. Bangs are a big thing, or center parts in hair, guys or girls. That was a big deal. So there's that. And then 8th grade. Here we go, 99, 2000, the big year 2000, and Y2K. Oh my gosh. And here's another tidbit. I watched Jetsons reruns as a kid, which were made way before I was born. I was convinced from the Jetsons that we would have flying cars in year 2000. I was thoroughly convinced. And then thoroughly disappointed, of course. Oh, just those things that you believe as a kid, and then you come to realize that it's not quite the same. All right, here's my 8th grade picture. I'm pretty sure I wore a navy shirt or sweater that day. Still had braces at that point. Definitely went through 8 years of orthodontic work. So that was like spacers, retainers, braces, twice, all sorts. I had a huge overbite, so I'm sure some of you can relate with that. Finally, January, February, that 8th grade year, I got my braces off. So I was pretty happy with that. Okay, here's a few other pictures. Here is 6th grade soccer. Yep. I have a lot of natural curl in my hair, so that's what you can tell my bangs are doing. But Holy Spirit, okay. Here is 8th grade basketball. Pretty interesting. And then here is dance, 8th grade year. Holy Spirit always had the Valentine's dance, so that was a ton of fun. Of course, this is a good old Polaroid. Those were still a big deal back in the 90s, and especially doing a photo booth like this. But here I am, sorry, in the middle. It's a little fuzzy because it is a Polaroid, but that was us. For sure. I mean, that's a pretty good glimpse of all the styles and whatnot in the 90s. All right, so here's your assignment. Oh, and one more thing. I forgot about this for just a second. This was seriously like the coolest concert I've ever been to. Back in the 90s, 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC were like the hottest boy bands ever. And they came to Evansville, Roberts Stadium. They had 2 concerts. They were just going to have one, but the first one sold out so quickly that they decided to have a second one on a Saturday night. So that's when we got to go. So it was pretty historic in a sense of pop culture. No other kind of historicness besides that. So that was pretty cool. Turkey ready. All right. So, glimpse into my past. Turkland, drop in, say hi real quick. Say hi to all the kids. There you go. Okay, so that was a look at my past. I really wanted to find my sketchbooks for you guys, but I don't know where they're at right now. So I will eventually find them, and you can see just my progression in art in general. It never bothered me if I wasn't the greatest person, because there's always somebody better than me, and I finally figured out, you know what, I am who I am, and I've been okay with that ever since. So I hope that's a life lesson. I know, life lesson, art lesson, that you guys learn at some point in life, and you'll be okay. All right, so your assignment. You're going to take object number 21 and you're going to place it into the 90s. Yeah. Okay, so before I forget, your due date is April 17th, this Friday. This video post probably Monday night, Monday afternoon, really, Tuesday in that general vicinity, and be due Friday, April 17th. Okay, so there's that part. Color 75% of your paper. That does not necessarily mean a background, but 75% of your paper. And keep it sketchbook size, 5.5 by 8.5. All right, now here's a few ideas for you. You can research the 90s a little bit. You can look at different things, different bands, because you're placing your object in the 90s is what you're doing. Placing the object there. So if it were me, let's see, what is my object 21? It is owls. Okay, so that's random. So maybe I could draw an owl. And things I used to do a lot were reading and drawing when I was home, if I wasn't outside playing to some extent, or helping my parents with yard work. That was a very popular Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon activity for when we were home. Oh, my dad would wake me up very early. Hey, Jenny, time to go do yard work. Okay, Dad. And just those funny things. I'm sure some of you guys get that too. So, placing it in the 90s. Let's get back on track here. You can do music, TV. A lot of you guys talk about the show Friends. That's back when we had to wait an entire week before we saw the next episode. Yes, I know some still do now, but a lot of shows have gone to, well, let's just give them 6 episodes right off the bat, and let's see if they watch them all at once. Well, yeah, of course we do, because it's interesting. But we had to wait, and if we wanted the rerun, we had to wait until summertime, usually, unless there was something else, for some other reason that they couldn't get to it, so it was interesting. Let's see what else. Bands. Weezer was one of my favorites. I had well, not I, but our family had a big desktop computer. This thing was huge. And I'm not joking. You can ask your parents how big computers used to be. Because we're used to like laptops and iPads and phones. And that was not the case. But anyways, on Windows 95, I'm sure you guys have heard jokes somewhere about it. They had Weezer's Buddy Holly video, the song Buddy Holly. A very fun, upbeat song. I recommend listening to it if you want to. It's really neat. But they had that video for it. And for somebody who had never really seen MTV a whole lot, my dad was against it, which is fine. It was pretty cool. And I seriously watched that video thousands upon thousands of times, because we didn't have cable until I was 15. So, I mean, it was entertainment. So it was a lot of fun. Oh, here's the thing that really got me going on this sketchbook assignment. The internet. We had phone lines and a 56K modem. And you had to get on the phone line in order to access the internet. And it would do all these funny noises. You need to look up just a YouTube sound of what AOL sounded like starting up, and you guys will get it. So it's something that you could kick another family member off the phone. In my case, it was my dad. He had moved his office into the house at that point, and his desk was in his bedroom. So usually we were really good about making sure he wasn't on the phone. But a few times I forgot. And all of a sudden Dad come out and be like, Jenny, you kicked me off the phone, and it was always like a super important phone call. I know. So he finally got his own line for that purpose. And that's Frankie, who's meowing. He wants to say hi to y'all. Yeah, he hates not being the center of attention also, as seems to be the theme with all of our pets. Okay, so to recap, sorry I talk so much. There's just so much of the 90s you guys can do. Place object number 21 in the 90s. Some kind of event, please nothing violent. Unfortunately, there were some violent things that happened, but let's keep it lighthearted and fun. There's a lot of different things. Ask your parents if they're about my age. I'm 34 right now, or they were probably in college at that point. So see what they enjoyed, and I know they'll keep it on the appropriate level with you guys too. So ask them what was cool in the 90s, and maybe you can place your object with that. So lots of fun. Option number 21, place in 90s, 75% in your paper, due Friday, April 17th. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine as you can find it. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.